This is my 2003 Honda Odyssey, and I've been having issues trying to change the gear from park to drive or reverse. So I'm trying to fix it today. Did a lot of research and read a lot of forums, and the indicator is that the brake light switch is bad. So I went to the store and bought a similar one, not Honda parts, but just auto parts from Auto Parts. So I'm gonna try to fix it. So the main symptom or the issue with this car is that when you drive and you put on park, you no longer can change gear to a different gear. So I read a lot of the forum and reviews. There's no actual videos out there, so my goal is to try to get a video out there so that people can benefit from this. So what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna go start the car and step on the brake to see if the brake light is on. From what I have seen, the brake light is not on, so it will not come on. So as you can see, even if I step on the brake and try to put on reverse or move away from park, I won't be able to do it. So that's the problem. And here's the problem. I step on the brake fully, trying to move from park to somewhere else, and it just stuck there, so can't do anything. I read a lot of the review again, and the review said to check the fuse, the stop fuse. So I checked that already, and the fuse is okay, but I'm gonna show you how to check that fuse before you do anything else. It could be the fuse, all right, for others, but for mine here, definitely it's not the fuse. And here's the where you could go and bypass that. Let's say if you're at a shopping place and you get stuck, you could go and try to bypass this. Basically open this little cap up and stick like a key or a screwdriver in there so that you could change the gear. I don't have anything, so I'm gonna use this dime to pop this open, and there you go. Got this open. Here's this little piece here. Put that on the side, and I'm gonna try to find a key to stick it in. So the only way to bypass it, it's by sticking the key in there. So I'm gonna use this key and stick it in there like that. Okay, well, I guess you gotta leave it in there. So I only have two hands, so I can't do much, but you see the point. I'm gonna try to switch it, okay? There you go, it works. Neutral, drive, okay, back to park. Let go of my key. Alright, so you could do that. That's a quick fix, but to do the permanent fix, you might have to change the brake light switch. But before we do that, let's go check out the fuse. Make sure that it's not the fuse. So to check the fuse, I will have to pop open my hood using this lever right here. Alright, opening the hood. Alright, and the fuse box is right here. Alright, fuse box. Right, and I did some review, and they're saying that it's this fuse stop right here. So it's a 20 amp fuse that says stop. So I'm gonna open this cover, open it up, and as you can see, but there's this second yellow fuse right here. It says 20 amps on it. So I'm gonna use a plier and pull it out to see if it's still good. So I'm gonna pull it out with the plier. Alright, so looking at the connector and everything, the contact is still good. The contact is still good, so it's not this one, okay? So I'll put this back in there, close the fuse box. Alright, so I'm gonna use this 10mm, move the positive side. There you go. Now the battery is disabled. I believe that this part here, it's called the brake light switch. And this white part is the part that's bad. There's a contact to the brake pedal here, and if you step on the brake pedal, it loosens the contact, so it allows you to change gear. Now if you let go of the brake pedal will contact, and it will tell the car that you, or the vehicle, that you no longer have control of the brake. So that's why it doesn't allow you to change gear. But I'm gonna try to replace this part. I don't know what tools I will use yet, but we'll go along and find the right tool as I go along, because I'm not a mechanic, so I'm trying my best to change this part without going to the dealer or anything like that. And this is the part that I got from the store, auto part. It's like $8. Notice this is black and the original is white. I don't know if it will fit perfectly, but I'm assuming that it could. You know, so this is made by Duralast. Okay, so we'll see what's if I could replace it. But you can see the contact right here. Okay, if you step on the brake, there you go. See that contact get loose? Let go of the brake, it makes the contact again. So I think it's this white part, so I'm gonna replace it. Again, I don't know what tool I'll use. So maybe just try to, there you go, just make that, pull that out. Oh, there you go. You don't really need any tools, just a hand switch. Very easy. Alright, so let's see. Basically I twist to the left, just twist to the left like that. Okay, so that's the old part, and that's the new part. It looks identical, it's just that one's white and one's black. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, so what I found out is that because it's not the original part, I'm gonna have to take this out too. This little white piece here. So, alright, take it out. Alright, because my new part doesn't fit into this little thing here. Okay. There you go. Okay, so here's the old part, and here's the new part. Alright, so I'm gonna try to put this thing in there first. New part, old part. Okay. Alright, first, so let's try to put this thing back in there, and then followed by this. hopefully it works. Alright, it clips in place. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is, see this right here? This is gonna be at the bottom. The flat, it's gonna be at the top. So it's gonna be like this. Okay. But since I have to, there you go. I have to push on the brake. Oh, let go of the camera. Okay, and push as far as I can. Alright, like that. And then push that new part into it. So, I don't think this will be recording. But you might not see it. There you go. Alright. So basically I pushed down the brakes, I pushed down the brake light switch, and I turn it clockwise so that it clicks and locks in place. Now I'm gonna connect the lines to it and see if it works. So here's the line. Okay, so everything seems to lock perfectly in place. Right, so gonna go and put the battery back on and see if it works. Fingers crossed. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to connect the battery back in place. I'm not gonna tie it up yet. I'm just gonna put it in place and test, make sure that I'm able to change the gear now. Okay, so let me go test. I just start the engine. I'm gonna try to change gear. Ah, perfect, works. Reverse, neutral, drive, back and park. Everything works fine after that part got replaced. It's fine. Alright, let's check the brake lights and make sure that it comes on when I step on the brakes. Alright, I'm gonna go and change gear and step on the brake to see if the light comes on. So, looks like it works. Looks like it works, and I'm gonna go tighten up the battery. Make sure it's secured and tight, because when you drive down the road, you bumps, that might come loose.